We are still reading Red and Wiggly. We're on the 20th day. We're on part 3 of the book. How President Trump does what others can't. And it's on page 83. The Time of Kings. The following story appeared in my blog on September 4th, 2015. I wrote it to make a point about the power of persuasion throughout history. I took some creative license with the historical details, but I stand behind the persuasion points. This is not for fun. And to prime you, this is for fun. This is just for fun to prime you for the chapters to come. Take note of how it makes you feel. Everything that follows is true as far as I know. Centuries ago, in the time of kings, a young autodidact discovered the linguistic interface to the human mind. Some say he was the first wizard. This we cannot know for sure. The source of the wizard's power was a simple discovery he learned that when he described to people better versions of themselves, they automatically rewired their minds to rise to this description. At first, the wizard used the method to control one person at a time. Before long, he learned how to move entire crowds. And then he was dangerous. News of the wizard's power spread across the kingdom. The kings dispatched his soldiers to hunt down the wizard and kill him before the wizard's power grew to rival his own. But it was too late. The wizard had anticipated his own death. Working feverishly, the wizard managed to condense all he had learned into 4 words, but there was a risk of leaving those 4 words and their immense power in the wrong hands after the wizard's death. The world was not ready. The wizard wrote his 4 words on scrolls and ordered his people to hide them in a maze of less important words. The wizard hoped that someday a new wizard would find the hidden words and unpack their meaning, and he hoped that by then the world would be ready for such power. Centuries passed. The words survived, but no wizard came to unlock their true meaning. Many pretenders tried. Wars were fought in an effort to understand the 4 words and the decoy words surrounding them. It was futile. The words were hidden too well in plain sight, as wizards do. Hundreds of years later, in another kingdom, 5 wizards rose. All of them started life as bright, curious autodidacts. Individually, each of them decoded the hidden message from the original wizard and unlocked the power of the 4 words. History does not tell us why 5 wizards suddenly rose at once and in the same kingdom. We know only that it happened. Armed with the power of the 4 words from the original wizard, each of the wizards amassed fame and power, and each started to notice the unusual successes of the others. One of the wizards was deeply unattractive, yet he had the power to seduce any woman. That is a tell, a signal. One wizard lived like a rich man, despite having no net wealth. That is a tell. One wizard could inspire men to great acts using words alone. That is a tell. The wizards met one another and shared their secrets. They were good people, by the standards of the day, but their powers caught the attention of the king. Men with so much power were a risk to the throne, so the king raised an army to move against the 5 wizards. The 5 wizards heard of the king's plan and combined forces to defend against his army. The ugly wizard was dispatched to seduce the king of another great power and persuade him to fight on their side. The wizard succeeded, but it wasn't enough. Another wizard used his powers to raise an army of passionate men who would fight and die for the wizard's cause. The remaining wizards manipulated the opinions of civilians and raised money to support the war. The wizards knew their odds of survival were low, so they followed the example of the original wizard and created a linguistic maze to hide their secrets until future wizards could unlock their power. The 5 wizards condensed the original wizard's 4-word linguistic code down to 3 new words that were a better fit for the times, and they buried the 3 words in a dense document where none but a future wizard would find them. Against all odds, the 5 wizards and their legions of followers prevailed in a long, bloody conflict against the king's forces. After the war, the wizards lived to very old ages, as wizards sometimes can, and passed peacefully. The words created by the 5 wizards changed the world in their time and continue to be the most important code in the operating system of human beings. Those 3 words have toppled dictators, moved mountains, and fed the hungry. Perhaps someday a future wizard will improve on the code left behind by the 5 wizards, but I doubt it, because I believe you will never see 3 more beautiful or powerful words. True. So turn the page to see the 3 words. We the people. The original wizard's 4-word code still survives as well, and it has escaped its linguistic maze to join less important words from popular culture. But no matter how many words you put around the original 4, none can change the meaning. The 4 words in their time told us of our better selves. The 4 words are on the following page. Turn the other clock. Oh, wait, what? Turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek is the 4 words. So the 3 words, we the people, 4 words, turn the other cheek. All right, and that is the end for today. Next, we'll come back and talk about President Trump's talent stack. So keep in mind the 3 words that changed time and the 4 words and the wizards. And come back tomorrow, like, subscribe, comment. Oh, and if you haven't read the rest of the book, you can go back to the beginning and read the beginning of the book and catch up.